In this lesson, we will review TEKS B.6C, relate disruptions of the cell cycle to how they lead to the development of diseases such as cancer. This is a naked mole rat, a small rodent that lives in underground tunnels in grassy, semi-arid areas of Africa. Naked mole rats eat the underground parts of plants using their sense of touch to locate food. They are of interest to cancer researchers because they seldom get the disease despite their relatively long lives of 10 to 30 years. Cancer is the term for many diseases caused by disruptions of the cell cycle. How does cancer develop? Uncontrolled cell division results in cancer. Study the diagram of healthy cell division. Mitosis occurs to replace old or injured cells or for growth. Normally, when a cell is genetically altered beyond repair, it is programmed to die, a process called apoptosis. Healthy cells function until signals during the cell cycle tell them to divide, producing more healthy cells. In cancer cells, mitosis does not occur properly. The cell with genetic alteration doesn't die, but continues to divide, ignoring any signals to cease functioning. Cancer cells divide many more times than healthy cells. The cells crowd together, resulting in an abnormal growth that serves no purpose for the body. This is called a tumor, and it may or may not interfere with the proper functioning of the surrounding tissues and organs. Another aspect of the growth of a tumor is the phenomenon of contact inhibition. When normal cells come into contact with each other, they slow the rate of division. In contrast, when cancer cells come into contact with other cells, they do not slow the rate of division. A disordered clump of cells forms a tumor. Scientists have learned that naked mole rats are very sensitive to contact inhibition, and tumors do not form in their bodies. Research is ongoing to identify the mechanism in mole rats that prevents the formation of tumors and determine if it can apply to humans. This photograph shows a tumor visible on the outside of the body. It is most likely a benign tumor. Benign describes a tumor whose cells remain in place and medical treatment is not needed. However, periodic checkups may be recommended to determine if the tumor has changed and poses a threat to wellness. This photograph shows a skin cancer tumor. Most likely, the cancerous cells have spread to other parts of the body. This type of tumor is called malignant, and the spread of the cancerous cells to other body tissues is called metastasis. In this video, the cancer cells are leaving the tumor and traveling through the blood to another organ of the body. Some cancer cells may be engulfed by white blood cells and die, but other malignant cells will continue to move through the blood to other tissues. Malignant cells may also move through the lymphatic system to other tissues. The 3 cells shown in the electron micrographs are all from malignant tumors in those organs. Malignant tumors pose a threat to health because their growth interferes with the proper functioning of the tissues and organs in which they are located. Treatment is needed to maintain the good health of the individual. A normal cell can become a cancerous one due to changes in the genes that regulate the cell cycle. The changes, called mutations, often occur during DNA replication or mitosis. They damage a cell's DNA, accumulate over time, and eventually result in cancer. Cancer-causing mutations can be stimulated by environmental factors called carcinogens. These include exposure to ultraviolet light and pollutants such as those in cigarette smoke. Cancer may also be caused by some viral infections, such as the human papillomavirus, or inherited gene mutations, such as the BRCA1 gene, that may lead to breast cancer. In addition to cancer, other diseases may result from disruptions of the cell cycle. Let's look at the cell cycle diagram and focus on the checkpoints. 4 of the checkpoints are labeled on the diagram. In normal conditions, there are chemical signals to promote cell division or stop cell division. But if significant DNA mutations have occurred, this can disrupt the checkpoint's ability to regulate the cell cycle accurately. The checkpoint's failure can result in genetic conditions and diseases. Let's review some examples. The child in this photo has Down syndrome. When gametes were being formed, a pair of the 21st chromosomes failed to separate. As a result, the child has 3 copies of chromosome 21. Another case is the formation of the Philadelphia chromosome, an abnormal chromosome that is made when pieces of chromosomes 9 and 22 break off and trade places. This chromosome is found in the bone marrow of 90% of persons with a specific type of leukemia. Leukemia is a group of diseases caused by too many white blood cells. Progeria is a genetic disease that causes premature aging because progression through the cell cycle is altered. A rapid proliferation of cells in the vascular system can contribute to narrowing of arteries and heart disease. Research is ongoing to determine how apoptosis may play a role in the development of the neurological disorders of Parkinson's disease and Alzheimer's disease. These diseases occur when brain cells die when they are not supposed to die. Researchers in the health sciences are continually increasing their knowledge about the disruptions in the cell cycle and how to prevent and treat the resulting diseases and conditions. The search for cancer prevention and treatment is yielding results. The overall death rate due to cancer in the United States has been declining since the early 1990s. You can be proactive in maintaining your wellness by eating a nutritious diet, maintaining a healthy weight, protecting yourself from ultraviolet radiation, not using tobacco products, and being vaccinated to protect yourself from potential cancer-causing viruses. Let's review the vocabulary in this lesson. Apoptosis, a normal process of planned cell death to rid the body of worn-out or damaged cells. Cancer, a group of diseases in which abnormal cells divide without control, resulting in masses of abnormal cells that invade healthy tissues. Tumor, a mass of abnormal cells that serves no purpose for the body. Benign tumor, a mass of abnormal cells that usually remains in place and does not threaten good health. Malignant tumor, a tumor that spreads to other body tissues, impairs the functions of surrounding tissues and organs, and is a serious threat to wellness. Metastasis, the spread of cancerous cells from where they first formed to other tissues in the body. Mutation, a change in a gene. In this lesson, we reviewed TEKS B.6C, relate disruptions of the cell cycle to how they lead to the development of diseases such as cancer.